The wind howls a mournful tune across the ancient land of Israel. A lone figure, cloaked in shadow, trudges through the night, his heart heavy with a fear that gnaws at his soul. This is King Saul, the first king of Israel, and he is on a desperate mission. Once a mighty warrior, Saul now finds himself drowning in doubt. The Philistines, Israel's sworn enemies, gather on the horizon, their mighty army a looming threat. He used to consult Samuel the prophet before he died and other prophets to receive divine guidance through the Urim and Thummim, sacred stones worn by the high priest. Saul, despite being a king chosen by God, has lost faith, and the Lord was no longer speaking to Saul through dreams or prophets. Panic gnawed at Saul. Memories of past victories faded, replaced by the chilling prospect of defeat. He had even banished all witches and sorcerers from the land, fearing their dark magic. But with God seemingly absent, Saul found himself yearning for any answer, even if it came from the shadows. Desperate for guidance, Saul sought out a medium, despite having previously expelled all witches and necromancers from the land. His servants told him of a woman in Endor who could communicate with the dead. Disguising himself, Saul visited her at night, asking her to summon the spirit of Samuel. The woman, wary of a trap since the practice was forbidden, was assured by Saul that she would not be punished. As she conjured up the spirit, she realized she was in the presence of the king and became frightened. Saul comforted her and asked what she saw. She described an old man wearing a robe, and Saul understood it was Samuel. The spirit, believed to be Samuel, questioned why Saul had disturbed him. Saul explained his predicament with the Philistines and that God had turned away from him. The spirit, speaking with the authority of Samuel, rebuked Saul, reminding him that the Lord had torn the kingdom from his hands because of his disobedience, particularly his failure to carry out God's command against Amalek. The spirit foretold doom for Saul and Israel, stating that Saul and his sons would join him in the realm of the dead, and the Israelites would fall to the Philistines. This grim prophecy deeply troubled Saul, who was left weakened and terrified by the encounter. The battle unfolds as prophesied. The Israelites were crushed by the Philistine army. Saul was defeated and heartbroken, falls on his own sword, taking his life rather than facing capture. His sons meet a similar fate,